Today on Deep Dive, we're going to be looking at DC Comics Batman number 181. And now for another Bat-tastic adventure starring Batman and Robin. Hello everyone, my name is Devin, also known as DH Artist, and welcome back to my Deep Dive series. Today we'll be continuing the adventures of the world's greatest detective, Batman. And if you missed my deep dive coverage of his other issues, I'll link to them in the video description below. Now today's issue was requested by the official House of Karloff 1985, a fellow YouTuber and longtime fan of Universal monsters, Japanese kaiju, and samurai films. Today's issue is special because it features the first appearance of Poison Ivy, a character originally created due to the popularity of Catwoman on the 1966 Batman show, and DC's desire for more female villains. Also notable in this issue is a pinup of Batman and Robin, which, while often missing, is included in mine. Now, even though this can be viewed on your phone or computer, try casting it onto your TV so you can really see the detail and quality of the book, because there's no better way to view comics than on the big screen. If you enjoy these types of videos and want to see more content like it, check out some of my other deep dives. I've covered issues like Iron Man number 9, Hawkman number 6, Fantastic Four number 49, Avengers number 7, and Submariner number 5. For a complete list of my videos, you'll want to make sure to visit the organized playlists on my channel. And please don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a single video. Batman number 181 was published in June of 1966. Executive editor was Julius Schwartz. Cover artists were Carmine Infantino, Murphy Anderson, and Ira Schnapp. There are 2 Batman stories in this book. The first story, titled Beware of Poison Ivy, was written by Robert Kanigher, penciled by Sheldon Moldoff, inked by Giella, and lettered by Gaspar Saladino. The second story, titled The Perfect Crime, Slightly Imperfect, was written by Gardner Fox, penciled by Sheldon Moldoff, inked by Sid Greene, and lettered by Gaspar Saladino. The book consists of 32 pages, with a cover price of 12 cents. In today's issue, our first story, Beware of Poison Ivy, Batman faces a dangerous new foe, an alluring villain whose kiss has the power to put anyone under her spell. And when she sets her sights on Batman, can Robin intervene in time to save the Caped Crusader? Let's turn the page and see where the story takes us. Our story begins at the Gotham City Museum, where we find millionaire Bruce Wayne and his young ward Dick Grayson attending a pop art show. As they admire works featuring infamous female criminals, Poison Ivy dramatically interrupts the museum goers. Flirting with Bruce, she boasts that she's even more beautiful and dangerous than the other female criminals. As reporters swarm the sensational beauty, she quickly applies lipstick, a lipstick laced with electrical impulses. And those electrical impulses cause the reporters' camera flash bulbs to explode, stunning the crowd. With bright flashes filling the room, Ivy boasts that she's the true #1 criminal, reminding everyone that poison means arsenic and Ivy means irresistible, before disappearing in the chaos. Blinded by Poison Ivy's stunt but determined to catch her, Bruce seizes the moment, quickly changing into Batman, confident no one can see clearly. Recklessly charging ahead, he accidentally steps into an open elevator shaft, plunging into a deadly fall. But by grabbing the elevator cables, he manages to slow his descent. Then, leaping to safety, he continues his pursuit of Ivy despite his impaired vision. From a secluded hiding spot, Ivy watches Batman as he reaches the museum exit, and once outside, he comes face to face with her hired goons. Blinded but resourceful, Batman uses his sense of touch to counter the mobsters, landing precise blows in return for every hit he takes. As the caped crusader fends off the hired help using only sound and touch, Poison Ivy can't help but be impressed, thinking to herself how torn she is between her attraction to Bruce Wayne and Batman. And as the fight rages on, she wonders how she could ever choose between them. Taking a brief break in the action, here we have a half-page ad for Superman number 187, and above it, we have an ad for aluminum model toys. Jumping right back into the action, brawling with Poison Ivy's thugs, Batman's sight returns. And as Robin the Boy Wonder joins the fight, the dynamic duo easily handles the goons. As Robin jokes about avoiding elevator mishaps, Batman admits being distracted by Ivy's beauty, but he assures Robin he's regained focus, fully aware of the danger she poses. Leaving our heroes for the time being, we find Poison Ivy still fretting over Bruce Wayne or Batman, all the while scheming to claim the title of #1 female criminal. She then puts pen to paper, sending taunting letters to her rivals, Dragonfly, Silken Spider, and Tiger Moth, luring them to a showdown at her home. Unaware of Bruce Wayne's secret identity, she also invites both Bruce and Batman, hoping by then to decide which man she prefers. Meanwhile, at the home of the millionaire sportsman, Bruce and Robin review her letter. Quickly making a plan to arrive early, the two set off in the Batcopter to catch her off guard. Arriving at the home of Poison Ivy, Batman and Robin parachute down to the meeting spot, only to find the 3 female villains and their rival gangs already gathered and fighting amongst themselves. Calling a temporary truce, Dragonfly, Silken Spider, and Tiger Moth agree to take on the dynamic duo. But with the help of their parachute lines, Batman and Robin use their momentum to knock out multiple gang members, all the while vowing to put Ivy behind bars. As the 3 baleful beauties flee, Poison Ivy appears, tempting them with a golden crown for whomever was worthy to be the true #1 female criminal. And as the trio fight over the crown, they're knocked out with an electric charge, for Ivy was wearing shockproof gloves when she held it. With her rivals incapacitated, Ivy claims herself as the queen of crime, and though she's disappointed Bruce Wayne didn't accept her invitation, she admires Batman from afar as the caped crusaders finish off the remaining baddies. Rushing to Batman's side, Ivy tempts him to join her as her partner in crime, sealing her offer with a kiss that leaves him dazed and under her spell. While Robin fights off attackers, he tries to warn him, but Ivy reveals that her lipstick is laced with a hypnotic chemical. With Batman under her spell, Ivy makes her escape by scaling a wall, confident she's left him powerless to stop her. But before she can reach the rooftop, Batman shakes off Poison Ivy's hypnotic influence. He then skillfully hurls a batarang, knocking her down and capturing her. Quickly delivering her to police headquarters, she warns Batman that he'll never truly be free of her, and as our dynamic duo rush off, she claims that soon he'll help her escape. Will Batman ever be free of the delightful but dangerous Poison Ivy? We'll have to wait until issue 183 to find out. taking another brief break in the action, here we have a full-page ad for Cheerios featuring Rocky and Bullwinkle. And here's the double-page spread featuring a pinup of Batman and Robin. Our second story in today's issue, The Perfect Crime, Slightly Imperfect, takes place while Batman is attending a monthly meeting, a meeting of the mystery analysts of Gotham City. He and the other members are drawn into a mysterious plot on a fellow member's life. Can the world's greatest detective foil this fiendish plan? Let's dive in and find out. Arriving at the monthly meeting of the mystery analysts of Gotham City, author K-Day is set to receive the prestigious Sherlock Award for her acclaimed mystery novel, The Stars Do Kill. Speaking plainly to her fellow members, including Batman and Commissioner Gordon, among others, she announces that she didn't write the book. Reacting in shocked disbelief, they all insist no publisher would release it under her name without her involvement, and Batman urges them to hear her out. Kay explains that while she was in Europe, someone submitted a manuscript in her name. That manuscript perfectly mimicked her style, leading her publisher to release it without question. And so, after much deliberation, she's planned to refuse the award in protest. Suddenly, an eerie voice interrupts her from a hidden device on her dress. The voice proclaims that she needn't fret about the award, since at the exact moment it's presented, she will die. With Kay in shock, Batman and the others quickly rally to protect her, and they vow to track down the culprit before she's harmed. The mystery analysts quickly decide to use the award dinner as a setup to catch this would-be killer, and while the others guard her, Batman departs to investigate the threat, noting the strange coincidence of her wearing the brooch. Suspecting deeper involvement, he heads to her apartment in search of clues, and after arriving at the penthouse apartment, he finds the door unlocked and the place suspiciously arranged. Following his investigation, Batman deduces that Kay was interrupted mid-type, most likely by an armed intruder. Realizing she couldn't leave an obvious clue, he notices small marks on the parquet floor, written with her high heels, cleverly scratched to form numbers. Interpreting them as an address, Batman concludes she's recognized her kidnapper and was taken to the next-door apartment. Ordinarily, he'd investigate further, but with time running short, he has no choice but to act quickly before it's too late. Moments later, in the neighboring penthouse, Batman interrupts a card game, played by some suspicious-looking characters. Immediately recognizing the guilt on the captors' faces, his deductions are confirmed when they try to gun him down. Bursting into the room, Batman swiftly takes them on, using one thug as a shield against the others in the fight. With his quick reflexes, Batman battles the armed thugs using a chair as a weapon, sending one crashing through nearby French doors. When a stray bullet knocks down a drape, he cleverly uses it to his advantage, turning it into cover like a bullfighter's cape to conceal himself. Using a nearby mirror to spot his attackers, he then launches a fierce counterattack, taking down multiple thugs with precise, powerful blows. Smashing through glass and wood, he moves too quickly for them to aim, disarming and defeating the Gunzels one by one. Aware that they battle for freedom against a long jail term, the last two gangsters charge at Batman from behind. But even as fingers tighten on triggers, Batman easily outmaneuvers them, knocking them out with powerful kicks. Searching the apartment, he quickly finds Kay tied up in a walk-in closet, rescuing her just before her 10 o'clock death threat deadline. Leaving the ransacked penthouse, we look in on the Sherlock Award dinner to seemingly find that Kay has already taken to the stage, while police and the mystery analysts remain on alert to catch the would-be killer. As she accepts the prestigious award, the crowd and her protectors believe the danger has passed, but bursting from behind the curtain, Batman interrupts the ceremony. Claiming that the woman on stage is an imposter, he calls for her arrest, and to everyone's shock, he brings the real Kay on stage, explaining that the imposter's disguise will expose her as a fraud. Later at police headquarters, the imposter denies knowing anything about the plot on Kay's life. Revealing her name to be Nancy Owens, she explains that she's an actress hired by Fern Hunter, Kay's cousin, who also happens to be an actress herself. Meant to take Kay's place at the award ceremony, the scheme was meant to give Fern an alibi, so she could inherit a fortune. Batman then deduces that Nancy would also be marked for death, since there would always be a worry she'd talk to the police. Some evenings later, at the next mystery analyst meeting, Batman explains Fern's motive was resentment over Kay inheriting their grandfather's estate. The armchair detectives then piece together the rest of Fern's plot, deducing that she planned to have Kay killed and Nancy accept the award across town, while at the same time she'd be on stage at the Gotham Theater to create the perfect alibi. And if Nancy talked, she'd vanish without a trace. And as our story wraps up, Batman and Commissioner Gordon declare that the perfect crime goes into their records as another imperfect crime. Well, I hope you enjoyed this deep dive. Was this Batman doubleheader something that you like? Is there a particular issue or comic you'd like me to flip? Well, drop it down in the comments section and I'll see if I can add it to my poll box. If you enjoy these types of videos, please show your support by subscribing to my channel. As always, please consider liking and feel free to share this video. And until next time, deep divers, thanks for watching.